Right, this is all well and good if you want to play back somebody else's sound files, but what if you want to play back your own? Well, it'd be a good idea to have this saved somewhere where your sound files are, so that these buffers can be set to automatically load in your files. So how's this thing working? Let's have a quick look at that first. If we press Control and click on the top bar of this tutorial file, you can see the file path as to where this max patch is. It's inside MAX6 patches, blah blah blah, MSP tutorial. So let's just go and have a look in that folder so that we can see what's happening. Okay, so we have, there's number 14, sample playback, and there's a few samples here that are being loaded. So where are they? Now there's Is That You? And that's that one, and there's the other one.
Is that you?
Now let's go down. Okay, so I don't want to use those ones. I want to use my own. So let's save this into my own folder. So save as, don't save over the top of these tutorial files because they're useful. So I've got my own folder here, Max Fiddles, and there's one that saved before, but let's just give this one a name. My sample player. Okay, so we can see that saved that in here. Now this isn't going to work anymore because those samples that I had that were in the tutorial folder, they're not in this folder, so this won't be able to load them in. And anyway, I want to play my own files, so I'm going to find some files that I want to load in instead. I want this one. So let's make a copy of that into there. What's that one like? Let's have a bit of that. And what about this? Oh, let's have that. Okay, so we've got those files in there. Okay, so we want to load these into these buffers now. Okay, so the buffers here, they're all named. So one's called Igor, one's called Ludwig, and the other one here is called Question. And they are being accessed here in this little drop-down menu, Igor, Ludwig, and Question. What's happening with this drop-down menu is that as they are selected, they're going into this prepend object, which is adding the word set to the beginning of the argument that's going into it, and then that is being sent into the groove object. So the buffer holds the sample, the prepend, the combination of the prepend and the drop-down menu choose the sample, which is then selected inside this groove object, and then the groove object is going to do what these other little bits of control are telling it to do, and then it goes through this little stereo amplifier. We've got a little volume dial over here, and then we've got an on-off switch for the audio output here, which is this digital to analog converter. So we can go in and start to change things here. So let's have a look at our file names. We've got 1, 5 and 16, so let's go and change these. Now I want to change that one to 1, so let's just select that and type in 1. Still got the full stop and then the file extension. So these need to be the same. 0, 1, I missed that out. 0, 1.aiff. These other numbers here are the amount of the sample that's being loaded in milliseconds and the channels. This is a stereo file. I'm not bothered about these things, and if there's no information there, Max just works it out anyway. So let's delete that portion of that. Let's go and do the same thing here. So that's going to be 05.aiff, and this one is going to be 16.aiff. Okay, so now that's going to load those 3 different sound files in. Igor is going to load 01, Ludwig 05, and question 16. So that each of these files are kind of named. So I've got this saved in my Max Fiddles folder, so let's just save it again and close it and then open it just to make sure that it loads things in properly. So my sample player, let's open that. So now hopefully it will just load in my files and not those old files. Let's go. There we go. Let's change the speed of it. Okay.